At one point in all of our lives, if you're watching this video, we had two people come together to join for their love for each other, and you know the rest. And then they get married. Some get divorced. The point of it is, people want to be walking down the aisle and they want to remember that for the rest of their lives. They don't want to just think of it as another day, so therefore they gotta get pictures, they gotta get video, they gotta do all kinds of stuff to remember that cherishable moment where they kissed at the altar. That's beautiful, right? And as a freelance graphic designer and videographer, I get a lot of people asking me, hey Mason, can this be done? Can you change this, or can you add this to the corner of the video, or anything? People commission you thinking they're gonna be able to get whatever they want, and with the magic of editing, that's usually possible. However, what if they wanted that for free? Welcome to Exposed, the show where I expose those people.
But I'll advertise you.
Today's video topic comes from Reddit, and if you want to be featured, send me a request on Twitter, send me a DM, we will talk about your situation, and I may feature it one day if it's bizarre enough. But how about this? Woman requests 1 hour plus wedding video for free, and the business to honor 25% discount for any work they get as a result of the exposure. Okay, first thing, the picture attached to this post features 6 messages back and forth between these guys, and it is crazy. So, let's start. The strand of this email begins with, "Good morning. My client is a well-known social media influencer who is planning to be married on the blank on the 10th of April 2021. That's a far time away. That's a long time. Anyway, that's like 2 years almost, but that's not the point. Let's continue. In the lead up to her wedding beginning this summer, she would like a documentary style video, an hour long, and photos taken at bridal fittings which can be shared with her followers. On the day of the wedding, she would like a video documenting the whole day, must be 1 hour plus in length, and a package that includes approximately 1,000 photos. Wow. In exchange, she's willing to extensively promote your business to followers on Instagram and Facebook, combined amount of 55,000, including story shoutouts, and will offer a discount of at least 25% on your packages. Just so you're aware, we have approached 4 other similar businesses in your area, so a fast response will be beneficial to your business." That's quite the pitch, isn't it? Let's talk about that. 1,000 pictures. That's a lot, but when I see that, I think they want 1,000 edited photos, which is ridiculous, for free. It's fine if you want to pay for it, but people don't do this for free. And on top of that, they want a 1 hour or longer documentary featuring this whole thing. The bridal fittings, the everything. Like, does getting paid in promotion actually do that much for you? From my experience, no. It's nice to get a shout out now and then, but it doesn't work that quick. People don't scroll and just see that, hey, this person did something, let me get married now. Hey Patricia, you want to get married? That's not how that works. The follow-up to the email reads, "Hi Melissa, thanks for your email. We really appreciate the offer. We don't usually offer services for anything other than our regular going rate. However, we would consider making an exception in this case. Firstly, we would like to just check if there might have been a typo in your original email, specifically relating to a missing 0 on the amount of combined followers for your client. 55,000 is really, it can be an influential force. However, it's not gonna do wonders, not what 550,000 could, which is an extra 0 on top of that. I think that's just common sense though. As I'm sure you probably know, 55,000 is not usually the level of following which can command the free transfer of products worth between £3,000 and £4,000 in total, especially when you take into account bots, duplicate accounts, and the types of followers who are not our target audience. As another example, we have friends that have more than 55,000 followers on one single platform, and they have been known to pay certain suppliers a fair day's wage for their goods and services. Having said all of that, I'm aware that this wedding date is nearly 2 years off, so if you're confident predicting that by April 2021, your client will have gained the minimum level of following that can realistically put them in the category of influencer, then we would be happy to make some sort of arrangement. However, we would in this case require a clause in the contract stating that promoting us and your stories to anything less than 500,000 followers across one single platform by the time of, then the email cuts off. But this was actually a very fair point. Specifically the part where it says, as I'm sure you know, 55,000 followers is not usually the level of blah 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 blah, especially when you take into account bots, duplicate accounts, and other types of followers who are not our target audience. Just because an account has X amount of followers does not mean that many people are going to go look and buy your product. That's not how it works. It seems like a lot of people want to have that in their heads and think that's the go-to motive to get clients and get work and get things done, and that's not the case. I could tell anybody right now I have like 11,000 subscribers almost on this YouTube channel, and hey, buy my thing, and maybe like 4 people would. Literally, maybe. That might be a stretch. I don't know. But it's just so unpredictable. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know where it's getting promoted. Those are very fair points. The other half of that email reads, "Thanks also for your thoughtful suggestion of a 25% cut in our fee for any followers that book through your client's promotional posts. Previously, when we have received recommendations and promotions from high-value clients, we've been able to actually raise our price in reflection of their strong reputations. So in that vein, it's helpful to know in advance that being linked with your client will automatically knock that much off the perceived value of the product we have spent so many years honing. Finally, we really appreciate how valued as artists and professionals you've made us feel by informing us that you only sent the same exact email to 4 other companies and that a fast response will secure us in the wedding rather than any artistic considerations." Ah! Okay, I know that's an email. It still said to... it still sounds okay. It still sounds professional, I think. But they roasted them at the same time, and that's amazing. "Good afternoon. Frankly, my client and I find that kind of unprofessional email appalling, and we will no longer be considering you as a contender to shoot what would have been a very lucrative wedding for you. It would have been a great opportunity for you to network with other social media influencers and some celebrities who will be making a TV appearance later in the year. On top of that, we have had other businesses reply to us with additional offers of goods and services, basically paying us to work for them, rather than giving us a load of gyp like what you have. This wedding is really important to my client as her mother has been diagnosed with cancer, and it's really unfair to you to be so mean when you could have just said no politely. Please don't email again, as we will have to name and shame you if you continue this abuse." Okay, the mother thing, if that's true, that's sad, and I'm sorry to whoever posted this and whoever's going through that. Cancer is a bad time, I know. It's life. Everybody's been around that at some point, to some degree, maybe. Not everybody, but you get the point. It's a bad situation. With the way it's worded, it doesn't sound very realistic to me, and if that is true, again, that sucks. That sucks, I know. And again, I'm sorry to that family, but come on. That's not bait. That's not gonna work. "Hi Melissa, first of all, I would like to offer you a few apologies. I know we did encourage you to get back to us as quick as possible, and whilst we do appreciate your swift reply, we would have been equally happy for you to take a couple of deep breaths before hitting reply." Oh! It's getting juicy, guys. "Believe me, no one hates grammar peanuts more than I do, but giving your email a little once over might have been prudent, given that you supposedly work in the communications industry." I hate bad grammar, but this is a roast, and it's perfect. Perfect timing, perfect placement, and I love it. At this point, they're being savage, but it's like, come on. This is a dumb situation to begin with. Secondly, apologies if your forthright attitude means we forfeited the opportunity of networking with celebrities who will be on TV later this year. Or non-PR speak, people who have never been on TV. We'll just need to take this one on the chin and try to rebuild our business as best as we can. Also, it's been a long day and I'm possibly being a little slow, but I'm struggling to find any abuse in our last email to you. However, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here, and if you can point out the offending abuse passage, we'll apologize right away. As an FYI, abuse doesn't include sarcasm or snark, which I'm occasionally guilty of. But for example, using a term such as gyp, a racially abusive term derived from the word gypsy. Putting any ill feeling aside, I would like to offer heartfelt solidarity about your client's mother's disease. I lost my own mother due to this horrible disease 15 years ago, so I can imagine what your client's going through. That being said, it's slightly strange that you use that as a tool to guilt trip us. Speaking personally, it would have been the first thing I would have mentioned if I was seeking a freebie from anyone, as there are countless stories of wedding photographers offering their skills completely gratis to the families of people suffering terminal illness. In fact, those are just about the only circumstances where I know of wedding suppliers being happily to give up their time for nothing. I'm possibly being a bit of a sentimental so-and-so, but maybe this might have been a better angle for you instead of just offering a few Instagram posts in exchange for several days of skilled work. Finally, one last apology is in order for going against your request to never email you again. We're just a couple of hardworking creatives trying to make a living in a very challenging industry, and occasionally that means standing up for our profession and valuing our craft. Amen. If by replying again you'd like to start the naming and shaming process, then please be my guest. I'm fairly sure the shame will appear, but possibly in unexpected quarters for you and your client. Kind regards, blank. P.S. Forgive my nosiness, but who is your client? I'm like super curious by this stage. That's the finisher, guys. That's literally, you can't top it. Who is it? I don't know, and we never will. But that is all for today, guys. That is the very first episode of Exposed. Thank you so much for listening. Tune into the next one, whenever that is. I'm going to try to upload these now and then. So please let me know what you think of this situation. Let me know what you think of the series as it is right now. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more content. I will talk to you next time.